Intermat's here with Jordan Oliver. Get a good workout in today?
Great one.
Great one.
Really walked, so
Yeah,
you did something right.
So you were working with Nathan Tomasello. Was he particularly trying to give you certain looks or anything like that out there?
He's a lefty,
Uh-huh.
and a lot of foreigners present left leg lead, but it's just, we're sharpening our tools. We don't worry too much about the competition, just our habits, and then tightening our positions and eventually leading to more scores. So when Nate's been down here, moved down here to coach Duke. It's been a great addition coming over and working out, great body to have. So it's just good to have high level competition in hands getting put on me and giving me feel, which is very much appreciated leading into this Last Chance Qualifier in Bulgaria. And I don't have to travel much. Nate comes here to UNC. It's only a 10-minute commute for him, so it's a good little situation.
So last weekend Olympic trials, big win for you. Was it? I don't know. Is it bittersweet? Is that? I don't know. If that's the right word, but everybody else is celebrating. But I'm sure in the back of your mind, you have work to do.
It's not bittersweet. It's a great accomplishment to make the Olympic team. But I still got to go get the weight qualified.
Yeah.
So for me, the ultimate goal is an Olympic gold medal. This is the path I got to take. There's no other way around it. So, bite down, get the job done, and the ultimate goal is an Olympic gold. These guys will be in the way of the Olympic gold. So, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best in the world. So for me, it might be, I'm looking at it as an edge, an extra tournament, an extra way to put hands, maybe on the guy in finals that I might see at the Olympic Games. Getting high level feels and competing for me has always been a plus. Making weight, going through the process. I think, it being a month right after the Olympic trials only benefits me, right? So I keep rolling and then, come back and look to do the Pan Am Championships, and just keep the ball rolling, keep tightening my positions, and keep preparing myself for the Olympic Games.
And you've been on the senior level for a minute now, and you've been at the top of the domestic ladder for quite a while. Was it all that sweeter? Finally breaking through, getting that big win, the tournament win.
It's good to get the monkey off your back, right?
Yeah.
I've been knocking at the door for years, and I finally got my foot in there. Right? And I say I only got my foot in there because the path I got to take to get to the ultimate goal. But it's definitely a good feeling. But I go back and I can do a lot better with my wrestling and my positions. I wrestled a very savvy tournament, which was needed in the time being. But I'm a scorer, right? So I got to go out and figure out how to put more points on the board and really take guys out the match and don't let things up for chance or last second flurry, last second score. So, or a ref to make a call, right? So I think there's a lot more improvement I can make to put myself in a better position, but more comfortable position. But we're trying to get the best version of Jordan Oliver there is, right? Like I said, I'm not worried about the competition as long as I wrestle my best version of myself. I think I'm the best in the world, right? That's all that counts. So, wrestling these top guys that got the accolades. I'm not wrestling accolades. I'm not wrestling past championships they won. I'm not wrestling, faces. And, that was one of the quotes Joey actually said before we wrestled. And it stuck with me. I like that. He's not wrestling. And I kind of like that philosophy. We're not wrestling names. We're not wrestling faces. Right? We're worrying about what we do great, and we're trying to be perfect at executing.
You said you wrestled a really savvy tournament. What was different for you this year compared to past years, maybe mentally or physically?
That tournament, I think that's the only tournament in my life I never had the butterflies. Never was nervous. I was very calm through the tournament. I prepared very well. But when I mean savvy, it's it's winning positions. It's not letting guys do my head and hands defense, which is the first line of defense. It's something you're taught the first day. You're gonna give up 2 takedowns, but also, in crucial times in matches, being put on the shot clock. Example being on the shot clock in the finals against Joey in his first match. I can give up the point to lose the lead. Instead, I decide to go score. So I'm talking about those positions. And that's Coach Monday and Coleman Scott put me through. Tony and Jamil, those guys make me aware of. We execute that every day in practice. So I think going through the tournament, there wasn't a position or situation that I haven't came across. But also when, things got tough, and I go back to the Yanni match, going down 3-0 against a competitor like that, never was shaken, never had a doubt in my mind. I think I responded very well. And, it was just come back, chip at the lead and attack, but get to my scores and I think it was about a minute and 25 or around there where I went down and I just chipped at the lead. I stayed calm and I stuck to the game plan. So, every match, a different scenario, a different problem was presented to me. Even with Nick Lee, knowing a guy like that is a tough wrestler, likes to get his hands on you, did a very good job of keeping him off balance, keeping him at bay. And when I struck, I scored. So I think every match was a different scenario I could put myself in, and I handled it very well. And like I said, it's probably one tournaments ever, if not the only tournament ever, that I really was in my head and thinking clearly, very calm when there was chaos.
And then, just ending it with the Last Chance Qualifier, you mentioned, you think it's an advantage kind of coming in off a big win, competing recently. So, what's kind of the next step in the preparation for that?
We don't change too much, right? We prepare like we've always prepared. I think we had a great camp leading into the Olympic trials, and what we're doing is obviously working, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So there's little tweaks here and there, with our conditioning to make it even more bulletproof, so we can score and attack at a higher rate. Keeping guys off my legs. I gave up 2 takedowns in the tournament. But we go back to the tournament and we see some things that we can work on and tweak, and that's about it. Nothing changes really, right? It's just a tournament that's labeled the Last Chance Qualifier. Mm-hmm. Just like the Olympic trials, just like NCAAs, it's just another tournament. A lot of people say there's pressure. It's not pressure, and if you want, pressure makes diamonds. Right, so we're preparing for another tournament, 3, 4, 5, 10, we don't care how many matches, right? We're prepared to go to war, right? So I don't go back and try to erase everything I'm doing and switch it up, right? What we're doing is working, so we stick to the grind, we stick to our schedule, and then, we prepare for Bulgaria and get ready to wrestle however many matches it takes to punch that ticket to Tokyo.
All right. Anything else for it, Jordan?
No, I appreciate the time, you taking the time coming in.
All right. Thank you, and good luck with Bulgaria.